on a song called Fat Rabbit. Egg!
Today we are celebrating the return of the greatest Godzilla figure line ever, the Bandai Godzilla E.G series starring that of King Ghidorah, Mechagodzilla, and Godzilla. Ghidorah will be standing under 4 inches tall. Mechanized can opener will be standing over 4 inches tall. Stuffed onion ring Ghidorah will be standing over 4 inches tall. And here they are in their egg mode, which is how they arrived in the packaging. We're gonna take a couple seconds to discuss the packaging. I believe this is all new packaging. I don't think they came in this kind of packaging with the original releases of these. Hey, Godzilla, Bandai Namco. Hey, say Godzilla. That fucking thing. Gigantic plastic testicle case. Godzilla 2024. Godzilla egg. And you got the instructions on the back. Seriously, it is that simple. And you look at all this other stuff over here and it's nice. And this is one of those resealable packages, so yeah, you can put it back in the egg mode, put it back in the box, and boom, you're done. And now we've got Tin Can, which are the exact same thing as I said before. Instruccionados. I'm a talking box. Alright, up next, we gotta call Thomas Middle Dick because we got gonorrhea. Yeah, I don't know why Heisei King Ghidorah is on here when this is so clearly Showa King Ghidorah. He's got the bananas on his head. But overall, the same make and model, the same message being conveyed. And we got instructions and stuff. It really is that simple. Talking box. Now let's get our hands on these eggs. We're grabbing scrote right now. So here's Godzilla, and he looks like an avocado, or whatever bumpy, ridgy, black fruit there is. Yes, those are supposed to be his dorsal fins. Toenails nicely painted. Claws nicely painted too. I do believe this is exactly how these things were presented back in the day when they originally came out in 2014, which brings to question, are we going to see Garagoji and Hokmuto in the egg format reissued there, Bandai? I would really love it if you did that. I mean, I guess Destroyer 2 would be nice. Orga? It's got a lot of nice details. You know what? I'm not even going to rate these just yet. Let's take a look at the mechanized tumor. And as per usual, Bandai is hooking us up with some premium robotic-looking details going along over here. MG, fully painted, and you just get an eye full of all this roboticism. Titty light painted, cock light painted, details galore. It's nice. I'm gonna give that a resident alien out of a Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003. All right, call up Middle Dick. Hey, Thomas Middle Dick. Yeah, it's Rob. You're a piece of shit, but we got gonorrhea. King Ghidorah, once he transforms, is definitely the biggest meme I've ever seen, but I would definitely say King Ghidorah's got the best egg mode and somewhat of the best in terms of monster modes. I mean, look at this shit, bro. He can roll. Shit's perfect. See, as far as Godzilla goes, he really can't roll. He kind of just falls forward and crashes, kind of like my fucking social life. And just by looking at this tin can egg, you can already tell he does just about the same. So King Ghidorah, aka the premium stuffed onion ring, he's gonna get a solid start because he can roll. And I guess we could transform him now. Alright, up first, let's take a look at Garbanzo Bean. Oh. So Godzilla looks okay. Just okay. He's mean mugging me right now, giving me the side eye. Paint-wise, as I'm sure you could already see, not too much has really changed. Again, we've got these questionably painted dorsal fins. We've got the addition of this little goiter lump over here on Godzilla's back. More questionably painted dorsal fins. Some dorsal fins on his tail strip, moving into his tail tip. And for the most part, the same amount of paint and detailing is really on display. He's just egg-shaped. He is the egg. The detailing on the back of Godzilla's neck and the top of his head is okay. And proportionately, I would say this pretty much sings the Heisei Godzilla tune. Bro got a thicker lower half. The titties ain't as titty-ish as they should be. And we've got this fur face. Now granted, these things were about $10 a pop, so I guess for what I paid, half a star in terms of paint, solid star in terms of detailing, and not gonna lie, solid star in terms of that transformation. It's simple and it's fun and I have fun doing it. Let's move on to Mecha Streisand. Now legally speaking, yes legally, I would definitely say this guy is the best of the lot in terms of what you can do with it. And just for the fact that the final figure doesn't look too bad. He's got all the Mechagodzilla trimmings. Everything looks, on par with the character. The dorsal fins are a bit of a dividing point, and so is that skinny as hell tail. And despite this guy being outfitted with more screw holes than my friggin' skull, King Ghidorah might be my favorite, but this guy is definitely the figure to get of the three. Now in legalities terms, that's pretty much it for Mechagodzilla. The instructions don't tell you of much else, but got this little hinge right there. Now what could we possibly do? Flying mode Mechagodzilla. I imagine this was definitely intended to be a thing. It's just they really don't promote it very well. I don't know if the original version of this figure, through its packaging or whatever, said anything about this, but it's entirely possible. And it must be intended because of this. You just gotta spread his arms back out, mess with his feet, bring his tail back up, and boom, you're good as new. Mecha Penguin Waddle, I can't put my arms down. Kid from A Christmas Story. Solid star in terms of paint because, that's Mechagodzilla to a T. And the MG is nice and neat. His pepperoni ears and shiz are nice and neat. The yellow on his eyes is nice. He's solid star. Detail, solid. Poop. In terms of being able to go into the fly mode, and another solid star for the transformation because yet again, it's simple, it's clean, it's fun, I enjoy doing it. Now for the best figure. Oh lord, he coming. The French dip. Yeah, King Gashmuga over here. Oh boy, yeah. He sacrificed the tits for just like a perfect form. So despite Heisei King Ghidorah being on the box, this is in fact Showa King Ghidorah. He's going to have the bananas on top of his head. And what I like about this figure is that all three heads, the mouths, they're all in different positions. Kevin over here, yeah, he's having a good time. Scott Cawthon over here, he's mewing. You can see his teeth. And Mike Jones over here, he's iced out. He's fresh to death. He's the only snowman that doesn't melt during the spring. We get some good details on these heads. And it's just kind of hilarious because he's attached to this friggin' iced out sweet potato. The details are simply lovely. Yeah, he's kind of got the two-dimensional foot thing going on, as you can see details for all three of his toes. And I give credit for what it is for the most part, I guess. The wings are a little bit bland. He's got a gaping hole in his ass and back. What I like about the wings, though, is that you can see tiny, minute details on those little membrane portions. They got a bit of a skittered look to them. And it wouldn't be like that on both sides. And now for his double club tail, yeah, he looks like an elongated H right out his ass. And yeah, there's your articulation. Speaking of Hooser, King Ghidorah's heads can move all the way around, as you are seeing. They are a nice soft rubber, and they do come off rather easily. Now it's just you. And golly gee willikers, Batman, they're quite easy to get back on. I personally like going for the Trendmaster's pose. It really helps accentuate his shelfability. Look at those eyes, Jesus Christ, look at those buck teeth. He looks like that one gift people use when somebody's being an annoying know-it-all. He ain't got that. He got some nice details there. Oh, sweet Jesus. Paint-wise, he's gold. Yeah, solid star. Details, definitely a solid star. Transformation, a solid star. And an extra solid star for just being one of the greatest King Ghidorah figures ever. Look at him. He's practically screen accurate. Now real quick, before we get to articulation, let's take a look at some size comparisons, because these things are smaller than I expected and stuff. Shokugan. Movie again. Not King series. HG. Schmoonster farts. Collection movie, guys. Stuff. And now we can take a look at articulation. King Ghidorah could technically look down like that. He's just kind of admiring his tits and his gut. The wings can go out About that far. Yeah, and they can come right back in. He's holding his sides, rubbing his tummy as he's going for a walk. Now, during the transformation, King Ghidorah's legs kind of do, like, lock in over here, but you can, like, move them back, and I really wouldn't recommend going too far with these legs, and this can go up and down and shiz. For the cool little gimmicky figures they aren't Hasbro Transformers, that's for sure. Although, ho, Hasbro, do it. Mechagodzilla, as I showed earlier, can look up and back down. Arms can move in and out. Legs can't move forward, but they can move back, so you could, yeah, I mean, can he even... No. Feet can point down or at an angle. Tail can move further down and all the way back up. Godzookas can go back with his arms about that far. He cannot escape the hips. The head can move back, just like that. We will get a swivel at the ankle over here. Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Legs can move all the way forward. Oh, he about to have a shit. Tail can move up pretty far and then back down. And I'm pretty sure this head is not meant to move. It's not even budget. Now, since the point of these figures were never for them to be articulated and posable figures, just transformable gimmick figures, stocking stuffers at best, I can't really go ahead and say that they're a disappointment in terms of their articulation. I do wish they kind of did more, but I was expecting these things to transform and not much else. The fact that the arms and heads and other things move up and down in such ways is fine by me, so solid star. So hey, I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all next time with either a review of the orange soda bikini bottom blast Godzilla 1954, or there's another thing I'm waiting for, I just can't remember it. Bye.